The prince, who claims he has endured unending and much of it illegal media scrutiny since he was a child, is trying to convince a judge to hold a British newspaper publisher accountable. Harry was cross-examined for the second straight day in a series of combative exchanges with lawyers for the Mirror Group newspapers. The company has previously settled 600 claims for illegally intercepting voicemails, but says Harry was never hacked. In court, both sides sparred over a selection of 33 stories, many focusing on Harry's relationship with a former girlfriend, Chelsea Davy. He claimed a private investigator put a tracking device on their car. The newspaper reports that he went drinking at a club after being dumped had to have originated from hacked phone calls. The Mirror lawyers say that's just speculation. Under cross-examination, Harry was asked to point to any specific voicemail that he knows with certainty was hacked. He couldn't, instead saying there is only hard evidence of suspiciousness that many were.
I think we've seen a lack of detail, perhaps.
Media lawyer Antonia Foster says a major challenge is that many of the calls or voice messages are now irretrievable.
I mean, they go back to 1996, and so, I couldn't tell you what was on my phone a year ago, and I suspect Harry's in that particular situation.
Much will depend on how the journalists who wrote the stories explain themselves. Jane Kerr, a former Mirror royal editor, testified immediately after Harry while he stayed in court to listen. She says she didn't know how a private investigator obtained phone numbers, and she never asked him. Harry was on the stand for 8 hours in total over the 2 days. He testified if the decision, which is still weeks away, goes against him, it would be an injustice. Chris Brown, CBC News, London.